Hi everyone, welcome back to the Dataverse, where I crunch the numbers so you don't have to. So today I've got the follow-up for the most requested video so far to date, and that is DBOSS. Everything you need to know, what items you need, what enchants you need, and all the different things you need to know about the armor itself. So let's hop into it. The first thing you need to know is what enchants do you actually want when you're going into DBOSS. So to check those, we can go to /enchant. Actually, no, we're gonna go back to my island. That's our main island, and I'm gonna hop over there to show you like their DBOSS wall and that kind of thing. But let's see, okay. So first thing you've got here is your bow. The most important things that you're going to need on the bow are those last four. You've got Dragon Hunter 5, Dragon Tracker 3, Bounty 3, and Barrage 5. Other than that, you just want to put it all on the best bow you possibly can. So let's look at each of those. We're going to go to /enchants. We're going to go here to Custom Enchants Info. And you can find all of these listed under bow enchants. And I don't want you to worry about any other enchants for your bow other than those four. So, first one, let's find it here. There we go, Dragon Tracker. It fires additional arrows from your bow in the Dragon Boss Arena. Now, you guys will notice that in the Dragon Boss Arena, like in the last episode, in the last Let's Play episode, it's like I had a Gatling gun. This thing, or burst fire gun, whatever you want to call it, it shoots out tons and tons of arrows. This is wonderful to have. Then we've got Bounty, which is wonderful. You'll notice in chat, if you look back on that last episode, every time that my bow hits something, it would say Strength 2 or Resistance 2 or something like that. It's because every single time it's giving me a buff. So that's each one of those arrows, by the way. So I'm shooting those arrows like a Gatling gun. Every time I hit it, I'm getting a buff. So I'm constantly doing more damage, and it really starts to snowball. It's great to have. Next, we've got Fiery Barrage. This multiplies your arrows again, but it makes them fire arrows. So you'll notice in DBOSS, check that last episode, when I'm shooting, some of those are coming out as fire, some of them are coming out as regular arrows. That is because of this enchant combined with Dragon Tracker. Again, super useful. Then we've got Dragon Hunter. It's just a straightforward, multiplies the damage that you do to the dragon. Super straightforward. You need that one. And that is the max tier of all those. So that is max tier, Dragon Hunter 5, Dragon Tracker 3, Bounty 3, and Fiery Barrage 5. Now, how much are those going to cost you? They're going to cost you a pretty penny, for sure. Especially because everyone's focused on bows this season. But anyways, next, let's check out the armor. So first off, we've got Summer Boots. Actually, I forgot I don't have any of these armors on. We'll just have to show you. So we're going to go back here to Custom Enchants. The only ones you really have to worry about are Dragon Protection. But honestly, if you've got some decent armor and some apples, I wouldn't waste your money on these. I just wouldn't. Just get you a good set of gear, some wither gear. If you guys need some, ping me. Send me a message, comment down below with your IGN. I'm happy to help out. Get you just some starter gear, whatnot. But honestly, I wouldn't worry too much about the Dragon Protection. It's nice to have, but it's not like a must-have thing. Not a huge. All right, next we've got your Slayer Blade or your sword or whatnot. The most important things here are actually not going to have to do with killing the dragon. So what I mean by that is, you'll notice if you go over to DBOSS, you'll see tons of people, when they're fighting the dragon, they're never, ever hitting it with their sword. Because think about it. What would you rather do? Would you rather have a single hit with one blade, or 10 plus hits with your arrows? What would you prefer? Definitely going to want that extra with the arrows. So much better. So let's check that out. See what the breakdown are for those. Gonna go over here to swords. Again, the only ones you're really gonna need to worry about. Ethereal is nice. is nice just so when you're killing summoners, but not really required. Dual strike is nice, definitely nice, because you can kill the summoners quicker. Aquatic blade, very nice, because you can kill the summoners faster. It's important. Preservation, you want preservation on everything if you can get it. The rest of these, honestly, you don't need. Dragon Slayer, yes. If you want to be actually fighting the dragon with your sword, then you're going to want Dragon Slayer. But I'm telling you guys, it's all about the bow. You get tons and tons and tons of hits with that bow. It is so much more worth it than it ever would be with your sword. So, your sword. There we go. Definitely want to do that. All right, so next, let's take a look at the pets. What pets do you want or do you need to be the most efficient possible in DBOSS? Check it out. I'm gonna go to /pets. By the way, I don't have most of these, but that's okay. We can click here on pets list, and let's just run through them. So, heart pet, that can be useful just because you can get extra hearts, pretty straightforward. But again, got some decent armor, it doesn't matter that much. Looting pet doesn't really matter. Summoner pet, get it if you can. That extra 1%, when you have to kill 35 of those bad boys just to get a single eye, it takes you forever. So definitely have this pet as high level as you can. Super helpful. Skeletal pet is really nice as well, if you can get it, because it'll definitely just boost that damage. Let's see, Iron Golem is nice, because again, it'll boost that damage. And then, yeah. So if I were running in DBOSS right now, what I would want on me all the time would be a max rank summoner pet, a max rank skeleton pet, and a max rank Iron Golem pet. Those would be my absolute must-haves. Now, if we look at my pets, go check that real quick. Not that good. I've got a level 1. Oh, that's a Reaper. Yeah, I don't even have a summoner pet. It hurts. I do have a level 2, which it doesn't just increase by 1% as you're seeing here. I'll have to check what the cap is on that one, but I haven't got there yet because I'll know later in the season. They may have changed that. But that extra little bit of damage is going to get you closer and closer and closer to placing in those top 5 to get tons of extra frags and whatnot. All right, so next we've got the actual armor. What do you want to use for what? Now, to do that, I set a home here. This is our main island from my other account, the actual Mr. Data account. And we've got these little shrines for each of them. A lot of times you won't see them here because someone's actually using them. But here they are listed. You've got Hasty, and we did leave them. Some of these I left, and I think Perk went in and fixed them. But we've got Hasty, Colossal, Experienced, like Mr. Data. I don't know if I wrote that. Ancient, like Perkin, love it. Aquatic, totally safe to sleep if you have a water bed. Explosive, Bing Bada Boom. Have you guys seen? What's that movie? Fifth Element. I remember I wrote that one. Defensive, you always play everything on me. And then we are the champions, champion armor. All right, so let's check them out. Also, how do you build it? Now, I'm not going to actually build these, but I'm going to show you. So, like, let's take a bunch of EXP frags, for instance. We can go here to /DBOSS. And if you want to check, like, how to actually make them, you can click here and here. And you can see that is how many you'll need. So you'll need 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. You'll need 80 total for this. Now, next, we can do... Let's see. If you wanted to be able to upgrade it, for instance here, you'd have to have a tier 4, and then so on. You'd have to have all of this here. 1 second. All right. So that is how we actually make the armor. Which... I think it definitely opens your eyes to, like, how much just a simple tier 1 of something is going to cost you. It is a ton of DBOSS frags. Now, keep in mind here, you can go over here, and you can go to Dragon Armor Deconstruct. But I'm going to tell you right now, I would never, ever, ever do this. Because here's the thing, you can click to deconstruct the armor, right? To get back a small portion. It gets you almost nothing back from it. You can also re-roll a fragment. Now look at this, you re-roll 5 fragments, it costs you 5 mil and 50k sky coins, and you get 1 fragment. You hearing that, guys? You get 1 fragment. Don't do this. The reason I say that is, honestly, you're just burning money, man. Like, you're burning money if you do that. So let's look at it here. If we go to AH, and actually, here's one. Hasty frags are the cheapest frags on there, and they sell for 100,000. But at the same time, you may re-roll it and get experience frags. They don't sell for much. Aquatic, they sell for a good bit. Or you may get explosive. They sell for a good bit. But even if you had the cheapest ones here and you traded in 5 of them, you traded in 500,000 on the off chance that you might get something good, or you might just get an experienced or another hasty. Who knows? You might get anything. So definitely don't re-roll. Don't do the deconstruct. It's not worth it. Maybe in the future they'll make updates and make that worth it, but for right now, it is absolutely not worth it. All right. So the last part is, let's actually go over each one of these. So there are a ton of them. We're going to start off here with Hasty. Blow your roll, kid. Go to DBOSS, and we'll check that out. All right, so Hasty. This one, oh, that's not Hasty. This one's Hasty. Hasty is literally just meant to earn your MCMO. It does make it last a little bit longer, which is nice. That's helpful. But not really. This isn't a hugely helpful thing. But I will say, I might actually build this just so that I can farm my MCMMO for farming. I think that would be really useful. I may do that. There's also people who wear these full time because they're competing for MCMMO top. If you're doing that, absolutely buy these. They're super cheap. We just saw a bunch of them for 100,000. That's really, really cheap for DBOSS gear. But it levels up all the way until you get to a earn bonus per piece of 1.25%. So that's 1.5, 250, all the way until you're getting 5% bonus. And then the MCMMO the length ranks up as well for the set bonus. So that starts off as just 2.5%. And it goes all the way to 12.5%. That's not per piece, that's a set bonus. So in the end, you'll get a 5% faster earn rate for MCMMO, and you will get that 12.5% MCMMO length. Which actually, that's worth it if you're a miner. But honestly, no, I take it back, it's not worth it. Because if you're a miner, don't use this. Use explosive armor, man. Don't use this. Use the explosive, and we'll get to that. But that's also why these are super cheap. And nobody really cares that much about these unless you're competing for MCMMO top. Alright, so next we've got Colossal. This is like really, really big. Check that one out. These are going to be used for killing mobs. Oops. Alright, that is the pink armor. So this one you get per piece bonus of 0.025% chance to kill 10 stacks, 10 mobs in a stack. This doesn't sound useful. Honestly, last season I thought that this sounded completely useless. Until I started wearing this. When I was just farming mobs. And it actually works. It hits so much more often than that. I want to say that it's higher than that, but it's not. That's probably accurate. But then you also got to think, once you've got multi-kill 5, multi-kill 6, each one of your strikes is multiplying that chance by 2, 3, 4, 5 to get you that bonus, or even 6. You're going to get a much higher bonus. Now, also, it gives you a nice little bonus to get a double sky coin drop, which is good. Can't ever go wrong with extra sky coins, right? But this goes all the way up to 1.25% per piece and a 5% chance to receive double Skycoin drops. Now that means 250 all the way until you have a 0.5% chance. But again, guys, keep in mind, you've got just multi-kill 1, then that is that 0.5, and these are rough numbers. This won't be exact. But that would basically be that 0.5 times 2, because you have the chance of getting double the kills, so that's a 1% chance. Or if you've got multi-kill 2, then you're getting times 3, so each one of your kills would actually be 3 kills. So that would be 0.5 times 3, which would be 1.5, all the way up until multi-kill 6, which is about 7. Now again, keep in mind, multi-kill ranges, it's not always going to give you that, but it does give you that bonus. But basically, long story short, if you got multi-kill combined with these, that chance is so much more than 0.125. Or, well, once you have all of them, it's 0.5. But anyways, it is so much more than that. So much more than that. All right. Next, we've got experienced, like Mr. Data. Thank you, guys. I think they're calling me old, but whatever. Experience is useful to just earn experience, like it shows here. Now, you get a 1.1x times multiplier, which multiplier per piece benefit. This one is worth it. It really is. If you're trying to get that XP and, just buy tons and tons of books so that you can hopefully get a multi-kill 5 and flip it for a multi-kill 6 or something like that. Super worth it. But that goes all the way up to a 1.5x multiplier. Guys, that's huge. That's per piece. So that's 1.5x plus 1.5x. So that's 3x. 3x there. Actually, that's not right. No. Yeah, because it would basically end up being... Yeah, you're adding the 0.5. Wow, I did that wrong. Sorry. So that's 1.5 2 times... 2.5 3 times. So you would end up getting a total of 3 times... Turn that audio down. Somebody's... Oh, they are... Oh, sorry, guys. They're using the... We'll fly away. Anyways, so that's 3 times the normal bonus that you would get out of that. Now, also, you do get a nice bonus that you get a 2% chance to double XP when scrapping books. So guys, the most useful thing here is going to be if you're just trying to farm as many books as you can possibly get this to max tier, you're going to get your XP faster, and you're going to get a chance to get tons of extra XP when you do. It's worth it. It's worth it. But also when you're buying enchant books, you never know how long it's going to take until you get a really good one. All right. So next we've got ancient, like Perk. Poor guy. They did outright just call him old. All right. So let's check out ancient. Ancient is here. Here we go. Oh, that's aquatic. What am I doing? Ancient. So ancient is, as you can see, it is all about sky coins. This is one of the rarer ones, although you do also get bonus soul earnings, which I really like this because you can buy like tags and things like that from the store. Pretty helpful. But let's take a look at it. So each piece gets these bonus. Keep that in mind. That's 0.05 for times for farming, 0.01 for killing mobs, and 0.15 for Skycoin multipliers for mining. Now, that's per piece. Also, a set bonus of 20%. That means at max, you're going to get 0.25, which means an extra... You're going to add... You'll end up getting twice as much multiplier for your farming, and that's 6... About 2.2 times as much for killing mobs, and then 0.35, that would be about 2.4 times as much for sky coins for mining. That's actually really big because, guys, you can earn an insane amount of sky coins as it is from mining, and I would take that. I would absolutely take it. I'd even take it over explosive, honestly. I don't know. Anyways, then you've also got a total of plus 100% soul earnings. I don't know how many of you guys farm souls, but it will take you ages. It is very, very slow. Even with Soul Hunter enchantment, it's going to take you forever. So that's pretty big. Pretty big. All right. Next, we've got Aquatic, which is totally safe to sleep in if you have a bed. All right, so let's check that one out. All right, so Aquatic, this one is huge this season just because of how much money people are making off of fishing. It is so broken, guys. I love it. So let's check it out. Big thing here is that you're going to get plus 2 extra uses per bait. This doesn't sound that useful, but honestly, some of those baits are really, really nice. Like getting extra keys, extra pet eggs, which sell for a stupid amount of money. It's worth it. It's worth it. It also has a decreased chance of catching junk and an increased chance of catching deep sea fish. Very nice. And that is, again, that's per piece. So then we go up to, eventually, you can get a 10% chance to not get junk and to get deep sea fish, which are going to be worth a ton more. Also, 10 extra uses per bait. And I'm going to have to check that real quick. I think that most of them, how much do they come with? Like 20, or is it 10? Okay, whatever. I'm gonna go back to my island real quick. We can look at that. I've got some over here. Where is it? Here it is. All right. So, like, I'm gonna take this one and let's grab you. All right. Yep. So it is. It's a base of 20. That gives you 10. That increases it by 50%. That's a pretty big deal. That is a pretty big deal. Worth it. Absolutely worth it. So let's check that out again. Here. All right. So absolutely worth it. But that means, again, that you're getting 10 extra and then a total of 10% chance. And with the amount of, like, once you multiply this with multi-fishing, just like the other one, you multiply this with multi-fishing and all of the other great enchants that go with fishing, it's so much more than 10% because of just how many you're pulling at once. Totally worth it. All right, I'm actually going to save explosive for last, but I am going to take nobody else. All right, so defensive. You always blame everything. Blame me for everything. All right. Defensive is one that you'll see a lot of guys that are fighting in DBOSS. You'll see them using this. And the reason for that is bonus damage and the drop chance for summoning eyes. Guys, this is so amazing. Again, every tiny little extra that you get that can increase the chance of you dropping summoning eyes, whether that be your enchants, actually there aren't enchants for that, I'm sorry, whether that be your pets, your masteries, that's what I was trying to say earlier, or anything else you can find. Definitely worth it. So in the end, you can get a per piece bonus of 10% damage to mobs and bosses. Guys, you want to know how these guys are going in there and getting 1,000 damage? Because they've got all the enchants first off, and then they're getting 10, 20, 30, 40% damage bonus. They're right off the bat doing 40% more damage with one hit than you can do. Right off the bat. Also, the hearts, 2 hearts, extra hearts when the boss arena, that's neither here nor there. But that 5% chance for summoning eyes, that's pretty big. That's pretty big. Because if we look at the pet list here again, that's 1%, and I believe it goes all the way up to, like 5% or 10%, I think. So guys, you can farm these so crazy fast. So crazy fast. That's why you're going to see all those guys in there, and gals, sorry, you're going to see all those people in there using that armor specifically to farm DBOSS. It is the best armor you can get to farm DBOSS. right there. Just because of that bonus damage is going to give you a better chance to place higher on the leaderboards. It's very important. All right. Second to last, we've got champion, as in we are the champions of the world. Yeah, I'm not going to sing. If you guys want to hear singing, go join Perk's Twitch streams. He's actually got a really good voice. And he does a lot of singing. He'll also take requests. But anyways. Oh, no. I don't want to be here. Not right now. All right, so champion armor. If we go to /DBOSS, this is in-game armor. By the end of the season, I will be surprised if there are more than a handful of sets of completed champion dragon armor. I will be surprised. Seriously. Now, the reason for that is this per piece benefit, cell multiplier, is absolutely insane. Now, you guys have seen in all my videos about how go sell all your value blocks to all the top islands because they're trying to make money, or they're trying to use those value blocks to rank up and so on and so on. That's true. That's true. The other thing they're doing, they're using this and getting plus 0.5 plus all the way. So that's an extra 50%. That's 100%, 150, 200%. So that in the end, they're getting 200% bonus on any item that they sell. It means they can pay you a lot more than anybody else and still get what you gave them and sell it. Now they're using that, they're combining it with the wither bonuses, with all the other bonuses that they can get, and they're selling it for an absolutely broken amount of money. Also, it's universal because that set bonus is a 2.5% chance to drop anything mined and killed. 2.5% chance to double drop anything. Anything. That means rare drops. That can mean summoning eyes. That can mean everything. 2.5% chance. Universal. So honestly, if I ever got some champion armor, I'd probably wear it for the rest of the season. You would no longer see me in... Oh, I thought I was in my red. My bad. You would no longer see me running around in my normal red here. Alright. And that brings us to the last one, and my personal favorite. Explosive armor. I absolutely love explosive armor because I've always been a miner through and through, and I enjoy mining, and I enjoy the sorting system as you saw on my main island. By the way, Satirical Menagerie main guild, I am bringing this back. I am not keeping it. Also, Neo and staff, if you're watching it, I'm only going to do one run through to show this. Only one. But anyways, let's see here. Alright, so, first off, let's go over the actual numbers. I'm going to go to... Alright, guys. Oh, there was a hasty dragon. Bought that. Alright, so, we go back to DBOSS armor. This gives a 0.25% chance to double your drops while mining, and plus a 1% chance, plus 1% chance to that ores are mined in a 3-block radius. Again, I slept on these last season. I didn't think a thing about them. Do not ignore these. They're absolutely worth it. Let's look. When it caps out, that gets to a plus 1.25%, so that's 1.25, 250, all the way up to a 5% again. And then you also have a 5% chance to mine ores in a 3-block radius. Now, it doesn't sound like that much, but think about your super breaker. How many ores does your super breaker break at one time? And then you multiply it by these chances. Now, just to show you, this is only level 1. Oh, that one's level 2. Nice, good job, guys. That one's level 2, and that one's level 1. These are low-level armor here. They're low level. Let's take a look. Watch it clear out. See, that whole section just cleared out there. That entire section. Now, if you set... There we go again. Again, it hit. That's because I'm using Super Breaker, and look at how quickly we are cleaning all this out. So it's triggered at least 2 or 3 times. And here we go, just clearing it like normal. It may not hit this often, but that's it. And I'm getting double drop chances on all of this as well. Which is why, you see, I never get drops anymore. Never get drops anymore. The reason for that is I have an insane amount of hoppers hooked up. Now this was, I managed to get raw iron and netherrack. Oops. How did I do that when I've got 1 there, but I still got 3 iron and I have 2 hoppers hooked up to that? That's a big deal. And these hoppers actually move faster than standard hoppers. That's because that's how much this armor is clearing out when it clears out the entire section. It is ridiculous. Now, guys, the thing to keep in mind with these, again, key points. Let's go back to... No, don't take me back. Okay, thank you. I'm going to give this back now. I want you guys to see on stream. I'm giving it back. I'm not going to steal their DBOSS armor. That would be awful. Anyways. Key thing to remember is, what are you trying to do? And then what kind of investment are you going to make on it, right? That's what you need to remember, so that then you can decide on what kind of armor you need to use for what situation. My personal favorite is this explosive armor, which I don't have. I sorely wish I did. But in-game, if I could ever get it, would absolutely be a champion set of armor, because, man, that money bonus and the drop bonus, absolutely incredible. For most of you guys that are fishing this season, this aquatic armor, broken. Totally broken. For all you guys that are trying to just flip books this season, which is a great way to make money, by the way, grab this experienced armor. That's what you want. For all you guys that are trying to grind out all of those mobs, every little bit helps. Colossal armor will make a huge difference. And for any of you guys that are doing MCMO top, CMO. Oh, come on now. Whatever, I'll check it out later. For any of you guys that are doing MCMMO top, hasty. Makes a huge difference. Puts you way ahead of the competition. So yeah. Oh, and don't forget, get this just to farm the DBOSS. Absolutely important. So guys, I tried to make this as quick as I could and as condensed as I could, but this is it's a lot to go over. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope that you can use this to refer back to it and see what you want to use for what. But again, keep in mind, you just use /DBOSS for all the commands. Here's how you get there. Don't use fragment reroll. It is a waste. You're wasting money. You're burning money. And don't use deconstruct. Because guys, keep in mind, a basic set of armor costs you 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Oh, 60, sorry. No, yeah, that's 50. So you multiply that, even hasty armor, which most people don't care about hasty armor. But you multiply that by 50, and hasty armor sells for 100,000 a piece. That's the cheapest I've seen it. 50 times 100. There you go. You just burned 5 million, and you're probably going to get just a handful of frags back from it. Not worth it. Same thing with re-rolling. You're wasting the combined sell of all those for just a chance that you might get something good, or you might get another hasty, you might get another experience, and again, it burns your money. Don't do them. Not worth it. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I really, really look forward to the next couple of episodes this season. I have absolutely loved everything about this season, and actually for these next episodes, I believe Data Girl's going to join me. So, I really look forward to that. Anyways, thanks for stopping by the Dataverse. Appreciate all you guys. You take care.